G'day guys, how we going? Well, here we are, something a little bit different, having a live chat with you guys on a Monday night instead of a Sunday night. Missed out on having a yarn with you guys there last night, and weather's been a bit ordinary down here, so keen to see what you guys have been up to, what camping trips you might have coming up, and where you're planning to go under the current times that we're living in at the moment. It's a little bit awkward to see where we can go. But yeah, interesting times. G'day, Biggles. How you going there, mate? Hope everything's coming through all loud and clear and you can hear everything that's going on, which would be good. So what's been happening down here? Oh, heaps coming on now. Craig, how you going there, guys? Loud and clear. Like to hear that. That's good. Land Cruiser Toyota, how you going there, guys? Good to see you all on here tonight. G'day from Anna Bay, Dark Horse, righto. That sounds like a great spot. Not quite sure where Anna Bay is, but I'm sure you'll drop back in and let us know where it's going on. G'day, big, loud and clear. Like to hear that. That's good stuff. G'day, mate. How you going there? Can't wait to hit the road. Probably Cola Way first, stopping at Simpsons with a can due to the COVID. Yeah, well, have to wait and see if as long as you're in Victoria, mate, you'll be probably all right to go up around La Cola. Few areas that are still a bit closed up there from floods and stuff we had going on down here a few weeks ago. A lot of road works. I've actually been up through La Cola only today, having a bit of a look around up there, and actually knocked out another video today, which will come up next week. But yeah, a lot of road works going on in that La Cola area, repairing roads and washaways and all that sort of stuff and campsites. So there's a fair bit going on. So just check that out if you're going to head up through there. Wes from Warragul, how you going there, mate? Just up the road. Nice very much there dropping in tonight. Tyler, what brand of oil do you use? Do I put in my petrol? I use Penrite, mate. I've been using Penrite for donkey's years, and yeah, always been good. I use the change it every sort of 5,000 Ks. So, yeah, just got to work out what sort of motor you got there and your vehicle and get the appropriate oil for your vehicle. But, yeah, it's not probably the cheapest oil going around, but, you know, in the day, it's good insurance and, yeah, I like using it. So that's what I chuck in my petrol, mate. Louis, how you going there? Good, thanks very much. DJ's going, mate. All good. The Grass Gate Stopper, how you going there, mate? Going all pretty good. And Dark Horse is coming in from Newcastle, New South Wales. Well, hopefully Newcastle is that. I assume that's probably in that Sydney lockdown zone area. So there's a fair whack of Sydney's been locked up at the minute for a couple of weeks. About 6 million people are affected with that. So no camping going to be going on up that way for a little while for a lot of people. But down here in the Vic, yeah, we're pretty much all ready to roll. We can still roll down here and still quite a few places to go within the seasonal closure tracks that are going on at the moment. Still plenty of places to get out there and go and check out. Carter Williams, where you on to, mate? Heading off to Carter's going to La Cola, heading La Cola again this weekend. Good on you, mate. You have a good one. Simon, how are you, mate? Just around the corner there from Traff. Thanks so much for coming here tonight. So there's a few people heading La Cola way, which is not a bad area to get into. It's maybe a bit of snow going to come later on in the week. We've got sort of 3 or 4 days of some really nice fine weather down here at the minute, but weather forecast at the moment, it's forecasting some pretty ordinary weather, which is going to feed in and bring probably some snow Friday, Saturday, Sunday into the weekend coming up. So keep an eye on that if you're going to be chasing some snow. Could be a good time to get out and check it out. David, how you going there, mate? My mates are useless, never seen some interesting trips. Why do you do so many solo trips? Because I'm going to have to start. I still like anyway with mates do, as I certainly do, but I do like the solo ones. I don't know, there's just something about great experience sitting out there by yourself, testing yourself, and you know you've only got yourself to blame, mate, if things go wrong. But there's just something about it. I don't know, just enjoying that peace and quiet without any voices around, and you know, I just really do like the solo stuff. It is quite peaceful, great way, and especially in today's climate and times. Peace and quiet is a really nice way to go. So that's why fair income. That's why I do a fair bit of solo stuff at the minute. But we'll see what happens going down the track. G'day, Gaza88 coming in from New Zealand, mate. Over there. Everything's going all right for you over there, mate. That's pretty cool if you're over there and it's going all right. Jimbo coming in. What's about Tamborita Road? Is season closed? No, Tamborita Road's never a seasonally closed road. Open all year round. You just can't get past the seasonal closure gate on Howard High Plains. You can get up to Maroka Road and that sort of thing. But yeah, Tamworth Road's open all year round. No dramas getting up through there at all. What's the best way to find what maps and close on the and that sort of thing? Well, Parks Victoria website is probably the best way to go. They've got all the tracks listed on there. If you just throw into Google, Parks Victoria seasonal track closures, something will come up and direct you straight to where you want to go. And it's all broken up into regions, the whole high country, and you can just look in the areas where you're planning to go, and it'll give you a full list of tracks in that area where you plan to go that are seasonally closed. But there could be, even at the moment, there could be a few extra ones too at the minute because of the big rains and floods we had going on down here a few weeks ago. And talking a few rangers there a while back, and what they're concerned about too is whether some extended track closures may take place when the season comes out, because we don't know what sort of track damage is going to be done, especially in that Lacola area, what's going to go on down through there with river crossings and that sort of stuff, and entry and exits into river crossings, what sort of condition they're going to be in. So until rangers can get down into there probably later in the year, in sort of August, September, October, they might start rolling down through there to see what sort of damage has really been done. There could be some extended closures going past Cup weekend, but we'll have to wait and see what goes on with that a bit later on in the year. So when is Anthony going there, mate? We're going all good. Solo trips are the best. Yeah, look, they're not too bad, mate. I do enjoy them. They go all right. Sasha, how you going there? Staying at the house at the bottom of Collingwood Spur all next week. Oh, really? Are you dropping? Yeah, I know exactly the place you're talking about. That is a cracking Cedar Weatherboard joint there. I know you obviously know people there, or maybe that's your place. It's a very handy, really nice spot to drop in there. That's for sure. All next week you're going to be there. We'll see if we can roll up through Dargo, because that is a cracking spot. I always often comment about that place at the bottom of Collingwood. Beautiful spot. Really, really nice. Lachlan, how you going there, mate? Coming from Narry South, solo camping is the way to go. Yeah, look, another one there for solo camping. It is pretty good if you're up for it and you're all geared up for it, and you don't mind getting out there on your own, and don't worry about what might go bang in the dark at the night during the night. But yeah, it's solo camping's a pretty great experience if you can, if you're up for it and set up for it. Pretty damn good, I reckon. Nature's music, yeah, that's right. I do like listening to all the nature sounds and the rivers and that sort of stuff. Very, very relaxing going out there, sitting out there on your own, as weird as it might sound, but it is pretty amazing if you're up for it. G'day there, for high country life is the best. Keep up the good work. Thanks very much, mate. Greatly appreciate that. Jared's he's heading for Delatide Arm, and Lake Eildon is coming up in the coming weeks. That wouldn't be bad over there. Probably going to be a stack of water in Lake Eildon too, I would reckon, at the minute. And especially the Delatide Arm could be right up around Jammo. I haven't been up into Jamison for a while, but I'm tipping Eildon could be right in up around Jammo at the moment with the rains that we've had in that last few weeks, and even before that. Bruce, going out to the old Opal Fields in the 100 Ks side of Longreach. It should be pretty nice weather up there at the moment. Not a bad time of year, way up there in Longreach. So hopefully you might find might find your fortune up there, mate, and dig up a few opals. That'd be pretty all right, I reckon. No worries there at all. I'm scared of Button Man. Well, old Button Man's gone pretty quiet now just of late, so that's not a bad thing. But yeah, no, that's I never sort of concerned about what's going on there. So we'll just keep doing the solo stuff and goes all right. David, how you going there, mate? I love the Rangers. Nice work in Melbourne. Yep, that's pretty cool. Keita Productions going to head to Talbotville for a few days. Yeah, nice spot. I don't know what sort of damage has been done to Crooked River, but you can still get into Talbotville, no worries. Coming in from Dargo and up that section of High Plain Road and down McMillan Road into Talbotville. Cracking spot, mate. Not sure if you'll get across the river, though. You'll have to wait and see when you get there and see probably how high it is, because the McAllister River at the moment, as I say, I was in around that Cola area today, and McAllister River is still cranking. It's dropped a lot from where it was certainly a few weeks ago, but there is still a stack of water running down through it. It's still that muddy, dirty colour too. So, yeah, going to be a while before the rivers really sort themselves out, I think, before we can potentially look at crossing some of these rivers safely. So, yeah, just take it easy if you're going to head to Talbotville and think about crossing any of those rivers. Matthew Jolly, how are you going there, mate? Have 2 full drives now. Got two Got here one each. Got our hands on a great Isuzu. Travel as a convoy now. That's pretty cool. So if you got one each, mate, that's pretty good. Head away together and take a vehicle each. Always a good, safe way to go if that's where depending on where you're going, and always good, but always probably good going in numbers if you want to go that way. So that sounds like a pretty good way to go, I reckon. Sounds good. Have a good trip when you head away there, mate. Gazza, how's the swag been, mate? Actually, the swag's going good. Actually, that's what I was out actually videoing today. A bit of a video about the swag. You'll see that next week. Next Monday night, that one will come up. That's for sure. And then see how that goes. But yeah, no, it's going good, mate. Always enjoy getting out in the swag. Four wheeling, how you going there, mate? Oh, I'm going pretty good. Thanks very much there dropping in there tonight and checking it all out. Four wheeling New South Wales. Head where you're hanging to get out once the lockdowns are gone. Well, Victoria, we're right to travel within our state. I think we can even still get over borders. I've got few mates at the moment that are sort of all around the country at the minute, and I think we can still get over borders, but not 100% sure on that. But as far as traveling within Victoria goes, yeah, we're all still good at the moment to travel around and go and do what we like going doing. So yeah, no lockdowns here. Only New South Wales boys are copping it pretty hard. So yeah, hopefully all you guys pull through that. And things get back to a little bit of normality a bit later on down the track very quickly for you. G'day, Eric. How you going there, mate? Going pretty good. Sasha, great spot. My dad built it back in 2004, and it's owned by a family. There you go. That's an absolutely amazing spot. I know exactly where that little place is down there at the bottom of Collingwood. Great spot. So yeah, we'll have to see. We might be up that way. Not sure how you're going to go getting across the river crossings to get there. Otherwise, how else would you go? Oh, you could still come in Darga High Plain Road, McMillan Road, and down Collingwood, I suppose. Then you don't have any river crossings. So that might be a good way to maybe look at going at the minute to get down to that little place down there. No worries at all getting down in there. You're hanging out to get past the lockdowns. Yeah, mate, they're all going to be looking forward to getting past those. There's no doubt about that. So we'll just have to see how it all pans out as we go forward down the track. Lots of driftwood still coming down. Yeah, look, I went past Cheney's Bridge camp area. For those guys that might know Cheney's Bridge in between Lacola and Hayfield there on the McAllister River. There's some massive trees still in that camp area, which they probably will clear it out because that camp area is closed at the moment. Like some of these trees would be, like a metre in diameter, some of them, and, 5, 6, 7, 10 metres long. Some of them, they're massive and, wedged up against bushes and stuff in there. So there's been some big trees coming down that river with that rain that we had there a few weeks ago. But yeah, have to see it all pans out going forward down the track. Who else we got going on here? Eric, all this rain hopefully moved some gold. I reckon it'd be probably a damn good time to go once the rivers drop down a little bit more. Yeah, get on some of those bends with our detector or a little pan or something. There's bound to be some gold that's going to be unearthed with all these massive rains. No doubt about that at all, if you're lucky enough to get hold of it. G'day, Cruising. How you going there, mate, with Borgie? Going pretty good, mate. Hopefully you've been getting out and about and tripping around a little bit. Been seeing some of your Instagram photos there. They're looking pretty good. Who else is going on? Jeez, it's all happening here. Smash that like button. David, how you going there, mate? Any tips for border track in South Australia? Look, border track's a great trip. Nice time of year to do it. I've done border track 2 or 3 times. This time of year, if there's going to be a fair bit of rain on it, it's going to be pretty easy maybe getting through some of the sand dunes. But it's a great trip. Allow sort of, if you can allow a couple of days at least to go through there. But you just got to be really careful with border track at the other end when you start coming out through the sand dunes and heading through that clay country to get out as you head towards Border Town. The hot tip is don't drive into any puddles until you put a stick in them, because there's some puddles in that clay section that feed in them. If you drive into them, you're going to disappear. Your car and all will disappear. So there's the hot tip. Don't drive into any puddles on that border track trip at the far end of it as you're heading towards Border Town. Unless you check out the depth of them, because you might come severely unstuck and you could, vehicles could disappear. So there's a hot tip there. Smash full drive. After watching your videos the other month, we're aiming to do McKillops Bridge. Yeah, good on you. And down through Nuniong Plains. Nuniong Plains is actually seasonally shut, so you're not going to be able to get up to Nuniong at the minute. That's a seasonal closure area, but you'll be able to get to McKillops. You won't be able to get to that camp area that I went to at Little River Junction track. You won't be able to get down there. That's seasonally closed, but you can get down to the bridge. Some really nice camp areas just below the bridge too and just before the bridge. So check those out as well. But unfortunately, yeah, you won't be able to get into Naniong until later in the year till the tracks open back up because that is now seasonally shut. Ever done wheeling in western parts of the state like Little Desert? I have done Murray Sunset. And many years ago, I haven't got any videos and stuff on it, but I have done the Murray Sunset over there when I did Border Track a few years ago. We did sort of that bit of a loop around through there. Great country all up through there. Really good time you'd be heading up through there at the moment and over the next few months. The climbing up there would be really nice. So, yeah, good country, that's for sure. Great fun doing some sand driving, something a little bit different from the high country. Campfire going there. Finally got to Woods Point through Mansfield over this week. I can't wait to get back out there again. That's not a bad trip. Yeah, Mansfield through to Woods Point. Good pub there. Well worth checking it out. Eric, the Gin Brewery in Lock. Righto. I haven't seen that one, mate. We might have to check that one out. Don't mind the old gin. Gin and tonic. They're going all right. Have you done any camping around Woods Point area? Not for quite some time. I've not really even camped really in Woods Point. I've sort of been through there, done a few tracks up to Mount Terrible and that sort of thing. And but yeah, not really camped there. I've stayed in the pub a few times. That's not bad staying there. But yeah, as far as camping goes, no, I haven't really camped around Woods Point a great deal at all. But nice area though to head over that way, that's for sure. FP, what's going there, mate? Have you made camp oven chicken this Arvo? You made your camp oven chicken. You made the camp oven chicken this Arvo. That's pretty cool, mate. Hopefully it went all right, and the video helped you out there with making that camp oven chicken because yeah, it's an absolute knockout. Anything in the camp oven, mate, it's pretty damn good. So yeah, hopefully yours turned out all right. What else we got going on here? Josh, looking at getting some Wrangler MTRs. How do you find them? Look, the Wrangler MTRs, I've been on the MTRs for the last 5 years. Unfortunately, they're a bit light on stock at the moment, so I've now got the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax on at the minute. I've had Duratrax before as well. They're aggressive all-terrain. They are fantastic tyre as well, especially if your vehicle's a daily driver. So see how you go there, Josh, with getting a set of MTRs. They are pretty hard to get hold of, maybe depending on what size you're chasing as well. So yeah, see how you go there, mate. But yeah, the Duratrax is a really, really good option if you can't get yourself a set. I think there's a few Duratrax getting around, but yeah, the MTRs, they're pretty hard at the minute. So see how you go, mate. Branko, how you going there, mate? Any tips for the GU's death wobbles? Well, I've heard that story a few times with the GU. They get a bit of a wobble going up at sort of 80, 90, 100K now, but my patrol's never had that problem. I don't know whether it's a wheel balance problem or... Yeah, I don't know, but my patrol's never, ever had that problem. I have certainly heard about it in the GU, but yeah, so I can't really give you any tips on how to fix that one, mate. So yeah, because mine's never had that problem. So yeah, not good if you get it. I would reckon it'd be pretty scary if it starts wobbling pretty out of control at sort of those high speeds. No good at all. So hopefully you can sort it out there, mate. Cruising, where you been? Been up Fulton's Creek. It's Fulton's Creek track, Williamson Spur flat track, currently seasonally closed. Fulton's Creek is not a seasonally closed track, no, but want to be pretty careful on that one. And neither is flat track, no, not seasonally closed out of Wahala there. Williamson Spur, you'd want to be none of those are, so you'd want to be pretty careful with, especially if it's going to be wet, mate. But yeah, see how you go. But at the moment, yeah, they're all okay, but just check that they haven't been damaged, especially Fulton's Creek, because there's a couple of river crossings on it in the early stages of that Fulton's Creek. So just check that the tracks are open, mate, because that whole Wahala area got absolutely smashed. So yeah, just do your homework and see if those tracks are open at the moment. Other than that, Fulton's Creek is not a seasonally shut track. Andrew, soon I'll be up at Naniong and Hinnamunji area in October. And Andy, yeah, well, that's what I say. Naniong, mate, is it won't be open until after Cup weekend or just before Cup weekend. Naniong High Plains will open back up. It's seasonally shut at the minute. So not sure where you're going around Hinnamunji. Nice spot up there at the back of Omeo. But yeah, some good spots up through there, that's for sure. James, see at Rims full drive park. Right, I'm not sure what that's going on there. Luke, can you do a leg of lamb on for the big fella? Right, I don't think I've done a leg of lamb actually in my camp oven cooking videos yet, so we might have to look at getting one of those done, mate, because I don't mind about leg of lamb, that's for sure. They go well in the camp oven, that's for sure on that one. Woods Point Pub does rock. It's a great joint. I do like Woods Point Pub. It is a great spot, and especially this time of year when it's wet and cold, they've got cranking fires and all that sort of stuff going on in there. So a really good atmosphere in that Woods Point Pub if you're over there at that time of the year. Chipper, how you going there, mate? West Vic ain't as good as the high country, but good this time of year, especially after this weather has gone through it. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be up in that desert country. They will be pretty easy going. If the sand dunes are, if the sand's all wet, you'll get through them pretty easy. That's the only downer with doing sand driving this time of year when it's a bit wet. G'day, mate. Andrew, how you going there? I'm going pretty all right. Thanks there, mate. Because I'm actually, I'm going to see how this weather goes this week. Again, it's not looking too flash, but I've got a couple of locations I'm looking to do outside the high country for a couple of solo vids, but we'll wait and see what happens with that as the week progresses, and where I might end up going with that one. See what happens there. How you going, mate? Come to Mount Cole. I've already been to Mount Cole a few times. It is a great spot over there, Mount Cole, over that Warrnambool side. There's some great tracks going on over there. Got a little video on my channel there from Mount Cole. Mount Cole's got everything going on from depending on what level of driver you are. It all goes on over there. And even get over to the Pyrenees. I haven't done the Pyrenees either, but wouldn't mind getting over the Pyrenees at some stage too, and having some go around some tracks over there. That'd be a great area to get into as well. West Australian off-road can be a wheel and balance. There you go, can be wheel balance. Yeah, well, that's what I might have thought. Or maybe some worn bushes or something like that. But yeah, my patrol's never had that problem with the high speed sort of wobbles going on there, which is probably a good thing. I'm happy about that. Liam, best ever trip for solo camp. I reckon I was only talking to someone about it only just recently. One of the probably the best solo trips I reckon I've done, and that's that one up through Barry Way, where I went along the Snowy into Jindabyne and Kosciuszko and that sort of thing. That road, that Barry Way along that Snowy River, Fairnicum, is one of the best drives I reckon you can do. There's some great camping spots along there. That Snowy River area. But other than that, the ones that I've done at Native Dog Flat, there's quite a few. Like all of them have been great spots. It's really hard to pick a real favourite. But yeah, even like that Native Dog Flat, if you can get that place pretty much on your own, just out of Omeo there. If you can get that spot by yourself or when it's very, very quiet, Native Dog Flat is a great spot just to go and sit there, kick back and just relax. Not a great deal to do there at this time of year because a lot of tracks, Davy's Plain, all that sort of stuff are all shut. So it's a really nice area to just go kick back and do nothing, sit by the fire and listen to the surrounds. Magnificent. So, yeah, check out Native Dog Flat. Great spot, I reckon. G'day, High Country. He's back again. Have you ever been to Mad Lucy's historic hut on the corner of Charlottesburg? No, I haven't, mate. Not sure where that one is. I've not even actually heard of that one. So, haven't been there, mate. If you want to take us there, when are we going? Campfire Adventures, is there any chance of you doing High Country group tours at any time in the future? I do get asked about this one a little bit about running tours and stuff, and it's not that simple running tours. I did run tours. I was a licensed operator about probably 3 or 4 years ago. I did get out of that, and it's not that simple taking people away on trips without that public liability insurance to cover yourself just in case something goes wrong. So, yeah, it's not an easy one to do. And I know there's plenty of people out there doing tours and free tours and all that sort of stuff, but fair income, there's massive risk involved with doing it. So that's probably the only reason why I don't do a great deal is because of that insurance side of it. It is an awkward one, no doubt about that, because I would like to do, a lot more tours and take people away and that sort of thing. But for those reasons, it's pretty hard. G'day, Phil. How you going there, mate? I'm going pretty good. Glad you're going all right there too. Whoa, here we go. What else have we got going on here? Thought some horses would going to still run away over my swag at Native Dog Flat. Yeah, well, you'd want to be pretty careful where you do set your camp up there at Native Dog because there's a lot of the brumbies get around in there. So don't go setting your swag up. If there's a track or a run going through your camp, try and avoid setting up, or even in big piles of dung and those sort of things, try and avoid setting up anywhere near those, because fair chance the horses will be back. So, yeah, that's them staking their territory. They're staking their ground with those big piles of dung. And, yeah, quite a few brumbies in that area. So, yeah, you do need to be a little bit careful where you go putting your swag and or tents on the ground in that area for that very, very reasons. Wazza, how you going there, mate? Love the YouTube vids. Thanks, mate. Plenty of tips in them, and can't wait to hit the high country later in the year. No worries. Thanks very much. Greatly appreciate that feedback. I'm glad you're finding some good info and some good feedback in the videos. That's going pretty good. So, yeah, what else we got going on here? Yeah, we got one going on there, Eric. That's for sure. We just ignore those people. They can go and knock themselves out. Jim, how you going there, mate? Yeah, thanks very much. Horses were the 3 weeks ago. Yeah, look, there will be a few around. There's no doubt about that. G'day, Alex Cross. How you going there, mate? Going pretty good. So, yeah, so there we go. So I'm just wondering, what camera trips you guys might have and where you may be thinking about going as awkward as getting now to sort of cross borders with everything that's happening around the place at the minute. So, yeah, we're going to try and pack up the full drive in the next few weeks and get some trips going on down here and some more vids coming. But I'm actually going to try and get out tomorrow and knock out another one while the weather's been a bit fine. But the last 3 weekends down here have been very hard to get out and get some videos going, especially when you want to try and film in the rain. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens as we go forward with what's coming up, that's for sure. Matthew Williams, how you going there, mate? Damn legend, mate. I greatly appreciate that feedback. Love the effort and detail that you go into your videos. My 3-year-old and I watch your videos most night at dinner. Thanks very much. Greatly appreciate it. And good to see you and your young bloke there, mate, watching the videos and getting some feedback out of them. That's great stuff. Greatly appreciate it. Glennie, how you going there, mate? The best way to deal with the cold in the high country, few warm drinks, good fire, and plenty of good warm bedding in your swag or your tent, wherever you're sleeping in. That's probably three hot tips, and some thermal gear, for thermal tops and that sort of stuff. Try and stay warm. But yeah, other than that, just keep that fire cranking and sit around it and don't move far from it, and you should stay pretty all right warm. Terrain Tourist going there, mate. Going with the crew up near Woods Point later next month. Got a hidden spot we're heading to. Nice, like those sort of spots. They're pretty good. And hopefully you might get a bit of snow up there, mate. Depends if you're going up to elevation or not. But hopefully you might get some elevation going on there. James, essential camping in the snow. Any essentials? I've got a couple of videos there on some things that I take on all my snow trips, from diesel additives and chains and treads and all that sort of stuff. So maybe check that video out, mate. So that one goes into a fair bit of detail on items that I take on all of my snow trips. So there's a good little video going on there, mate. Maybe have a check of that one out and see what you can get out of that one. G'day, Luke. How you going there, mate? I'll definitely be staying in the Vic, mate. Yeah, I think pretty much all of us are going to be staying in Vic at the moment. So yeah, just in case you get across and you maybe might not get back, or you got to rush back very, very quickly. So, yeah, it's a good idea to probably stay in Victoria at the moment until we just see what goes on down the track. Righto, what brand of electric blanket have I got in my swag, mate? I don't have electric blanket at all. I have seen these 12-volt electric blankets, but I can tell you now, when you see my video next week, there's no electric blanket inside my swag. Let me give you the drum. It's electric blanket. No, thanks. Not going on here. Righto. We might wrap this one up, and hopefully you guys are going to get out and about soon. Have a great week and stay safe, and hopefully they've got some trips coming up, and look out for the weather, especially down here in Vic coming up next weekend, because it's about to all break loose, I think. Going to be a fair bit of snow going on and falling around. So thanks very much, guys, for tuning in tonight. Stay safe, and we'll catch you a bit later on. Thanks very much, guys. Uru. See you later on.